Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Anytime you watch this video, anytime when you watch this video. Okay, in this video, we're talking about listening strategy for national examinations. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you about how to answer in listening sections. So, in listening sections, as we know, we have two types of assignments. So the first one is short conversation or dialogue, and the second one is monologue. Okay, now we're talking from short conversation. As you know, my kids, in short conversation, the assignment is divided into two, with written multiple choice and with unwritten multiple choice. And of course, to answer these two kinds of questions, we have different strategy to answer it. And later on, I'm going to explain about it. Okay, now, in monologue. For monologue, we find two types of questions. That is guessing picture, and the second one, we have multiple choice in written. Alright, so this some tips or strategy to answer a conversation. Now, when you're listening on the listening sections, the things that you have to pay attention carefully is when you listen, you put attention on the assignment or on the paper, and you decide whether the multiple choice you see it belongs to this kind of question. Ya, jadi pertama-tama ketika Anda semuanya mendengarkan dalam listening section, yang harus diperhatikan adalah ketika kita mendengarkan soal-soal tersebut, perhatian mata kita melihat ke kertas atau ke soal yang sedang kita dengarkan. Tujuannya buat apa? Supaya kita dapat gambaran sedikit. Ya, dapat gambaran sedikit tentang apa yang akan kita jawab atau sasarannya. Oke. Nah, kemudian setelah sambil mendengarkan dan kita lihat pilihan gandanya, kita coba tentukan apakah pilihan ganda tersebut itu menjelaskan tentang apa. Ya, di sini Bapak bagi menjadi 5W1H, jenis pertanyaan yang biasanya kita ketahui. What, when, where, who, why, and how. Kemudian perhatikan juga perbedaan suara penutur, karena dalam listening ada suara pria dan ada suara wanita. Why this is so important? This one because sometimes we found the typical questions which belongs to who. So it's also important to understand the speakers, whether men or women. Alright, so these are certain tips. Once again, we only have 3 tips. I repeat once again, we have 3 tips. First, attention on the paper and attention on the multiple choice you see, right? While you're listening, to have a little description on what you answered. And the second one, decide what kind of question belong to the multiple choice. And then attention on the different speaker. Okay, now let's see the example next. Alright, so okay, we are going to try together to implement what I already explained to you. So this is the example of the example one. Now let's see, A, B, C, D, E. Can you see the option? Okay, so now do you know, after you read this option, what kind of question belong to this option? Okay, right, so it belongs to where. Okay, so this option belong to where. Alright, now we'll listen together.
Congratulations on your 3rd time winning the skateboarding competition.
Thanks. Did you watch my performance? Why did I not see you?
I watched it on live streaming since I was unwell.
I'm sorry to hear that. How do you feel now?
I'm fine.
Question. Where did the girl watch the competition?
Okay, see, do you listen to the question? Where did? Okay, so we find and we already note where the conversation happened. And now let's see the text script of this dialogue.
Number 1.
Congratulations.
Okay, so this is the text script. Like I already mentioned to you. So the girl said, congratulations on your third time winning the skateboarding competition. And the man said, thanks. Did you watch my performance? Why did you not see? When the question, where did the girl watch the competition? You already noticed the option, right? So do you find the question or the answer of this question from the options? Can you turn back? Okay, at home, at school, on TV, at the skate park, at the boy's house. Can you find? Alright, so it's not easy to find, right? Okay, next. Alright, see. Back. Now, the question is where did the girl watch the competition? Now you can find the answer here. I watched it on live streaming. Now you imagine when you're unwell and you watch it on live streaming, where do you think the girl watched? Next. Yes, the answer is at home. Alright, now the second example, and we try together.
Number 2. Where's Tara?
She's in the infirmary. She is feeling dizzy again.
I think her condition might be serious. She has had the dizziness for a week.
I think so too. Let's talk to her.
I think we should let her rest for a while.
I see.
Question. What is the topic of the conversation?
Okay, so these options belong to question what? Next.
Number.
Okay, so this is the text script, right? So the question is, what is the topic about, right? Now, we pay attention here on some expression. She is feeling dizzy again, and the girl responds, I think, and give opinion. And the man also agree with the opinion of the girl. And the girl give opinions. And the man agree. So belongs still these conversations. So what is the topic about? The answer is, okay, giving opinions. Right, next. Okay, so we are going to learn about how to answer listening with unwritten multiple choice. It's a little bit difficult rather than the previous one because you cannot see the option. You only find the blank space to read. You only find the blank space to answer. So you have to listen carefully, but the point is still the same. Pay attention on 5W and 1H question. Alright? So, play.
5.
Listen, Jerry, I have good news.
Good news? What is it?
Finally, there will be a gadget exhibition in town tomorrow.
Question. What is the best response? A. Really? Let's go there tomorrow. B. Do you need help for the exhibition? C. I'm really familiar with gadgets.
Okay.
D. Gadgets have really changed our lives.
Right. Do you find the answer? Next. Okay, so this is the text script you can see. Just short conversation, but still the point you have to pay attention on 5W and 1H. And the question is, what is the best response from the short conversation? So, what do you think after you listen? Okay, next. Okay, good. The answer is really, let's go there tomorrow. For the next time. Okay, so before we go to the monologue, so I'm going to tell you about some tips for listening monologue. So what do we have to do? The first one, the same as the previous one, pay attention on the multiple choice on the paper. And the second one, and it is very important to you if you find the monologue. Take a note, so it is not a fault or it is not wrong to take a note on your paper while you're listening, because one question or one text usually for several questions. So these are 5W and 1H questions. You have to pay attention: what, where, when, why, who, how. So when you listen and you take a note from this kind of type or this type question, you take a note. And the last one, and very, very important, is find the keyword to listen, and you take a note. Okay, we're going to try together to listen the question from the monologue. There are two types of question: guessing picture and answer the multiple choice. Now the first type, next. Alright, so we are going to listen monologue. You are going to choose the pictures here. Like I already tell you, what do you have to do when you listen? Pay attention on the picture and take a note. Take keywords from the words you listen. Okay, now we from these two tips we try together. Next.
Number 8. This animal is a subspecies of tufted deer native to a small area of southeastern China. They are small deer species, and the males have prominent tusk-like canines in the upper jaws. Their coat is brown on the back and pale on their underside, with a bright white flash of fur under their tails. All tufted deer have a tuft or fur on the top of their head that can hide the presence of the male simple's antlers. Adapted from KHUSUS.org, November 27th, 2018.
Okay, after you listen, can you guess?
Question: which picture is suitable with the monologue?
Okay, which picture suitable with the monologue? After you listen, do you find the keywords? Alright, so the keyword, the first keyword, very strong word, and you can listen easily, is deer. Is deer, right? Now from this 5 picture, which one is deer? Alright, so we find B and D as a deer. So you can eliminate A, C, and E. Okay, now next, what is the keywords? Another keywords. So do you listen the word small? Do you listen the words of color of the body? Yeah, okay. Now next, take a look the text grid. Alright, so it's not easy to follow every single word you listen, alright? It's not easy. So that's why I told you to find the keywords of the text you listen. So here, we find tufted deer. As I already told you, we already eliminated 3 pictures. So we have 2 pictures for the rest. And you see the color brown, you see the color, a tuft of fur on the top of the head, and you see canines in the upper jaw. Now, turn back, please. Okay, from these two, it's explained there is no any, on the heads, the color brown and blue, without any horn. So it easily we can find the answer is, yes, the answer is B. And next, right, so now monologue, but you have the options to choose. So what kind of question belongs to this statement? Okay, so this is belong to what? So what is this? Okay, now take a look and listen together.
Questions 12 and 13 are based on the following monologue. Quetzals are found from southern Mexico to Bolivia. The resplendent quetzal and the golden-headed quetzal are the only species found in Central America. The resplendent quetzal was the sacred animal of the ancient Mayas and Aztecs. Today, the resplendent quetzal is the national emblem of Guatemala. The resplendent quetzal's long blue-green plumes cover its tail, which shows flight beneath in flight. Its head, with a rounded tail-like crest, and the upper part of its breast are gold-green. Its back is blue with a gold-tinged mantle, and its belly is red. Adult quetzals are 33 to 40 centimeters long, but several species have tail feathers that extend much farther. For example, male golden-headed and crested quetzals have tail feathers that grow up to approximately 17 centimeters and 76 centimeters respectively, and male resplendent quetzals have tail feathers that may grow up to 19 centimeters long. Adapted from www.britannica.com, November 27, 2018. Question number 12. What is the topic of the monologue?
Okay, the question, what is the topic of the monologue? Now from this, do you find any keywords so you can detect which answer? Okay, so we several times listen the word feather. And do you listen some words explaining about color? And if I ask you the animal who have some colors here, can you predict? Well, maybe we can find bird or a fish, right? But this is the clue of the answer, feather. Next. Okay, so this is very long, right? So it is not easy to follow every single word here. You listen, so find the keyword. So the keyword feather. This feather, it's really easy to find. What is the meaning of feather? Okay. In Indonesia, we find bulu ya. Tapi kalau bulu dalam bahasa Indonesia itu bisa untuk binatang apa aja. Dalam bahasa Inggris ada feather, ada fur, ada leather, ada skin. Ya, skin itu kulit untuk manusia, leather itu sama kulit juga, fur bulu, tapi bulunya seperti bulu misalnya ada di kelinci. Now this feather ini bulu khusus buat biasanya unggas. Okay, by knowing the keywords feather, if you come back to the option, which the answer from, so what is the topic of the monologue? Okay, apa tipikal unggas di sini? Ada yang tahu? Okay, so we definitely find the answer is bird. Okay.